Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you for being here. So this is all about you. This is going to be the second half of August, and I am doing this right on the new moon in Leo, which is really exciting. So I'm excited. This is going to be something really big for you because it's all about, squeezing all you have out of this summertime for some of you that are there so you can look forward to the change of seasons, right? But it's also about tapping in, of course, into your strength, but also shimmying up into the comfort of kind of where you're at. But this is a whole leash on a whole new life, okay? So for some of you that are looking for a new beginning and you're a Leo, well, boom. This is it. This is it, guys. You should probably feel some of that, those nuances calling you, okay? Those subliminal messages that you feel are kind of urging you to kind of move in a direction. For many of you, it's like to bring on a whole new life is really what it's all about. So I'm excited about this, guys. I'm a Leo rising, and I'm thrilled with this. So I'm so grateful to be in your presence here, and I'm excited to do this second half of August on the new moon in Leo. Now, it's going to affect you guys as well as Capricorn the most, and I think the next new moon, what is it? What does it fall in? Shoot, let me look up here real quick. When do we have this on my moon little app here? Okay, so I think the next one comes up in Virgo, I believe. Okay, yeah, the next one actually is going to come, on September 17th in Virgo. Okay, guys, all right? All right, we got that out of the way. Let's jump into this. Now, this is going to be a general read. If you're looking for a personal read that taps into your own personal energies, go to the Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box below, all right? All right, so let's jump into this. Thank you all that have been booking coaching sessions with me, who have been booking reads with me, even the beyond the reads to get rid of any sort of blockages that might be holding you back. But whether that is in a relationship or whether that is in your business, I've been working with many of you on that, or just life overall, you might want to go ahead and book a discovery session up here. That allows some one-on-one time for us to get together and make a personalized recommendation for you. And if we're a good fit, then we invite you into one of our programs as well, okay? All right, so that being said, I put it in my description box too, okay? So let's jump into this. Where are you at right now? Let's take a look at where you're at right now, okay? Let's take a look. I'm going to close everything out here so I can concentrate on you here. Okay, all right, so let's do this. So what wants to come out for you? What is important for Leo to be aware of? And it's going to be you and who, and that who could be a friend or family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest, or even one side of a situation or another, all right? All right, let's do this, all right? Let's see here, what do we have? I'm going to pull 3 cards coming up front. Okay, great. Okay, the underlining energy that we have here is persevering. So continuing to move forward. It's a 9 card, in that fire energy. So it's about coming to fruition. Hence what we talked about just at the intro here, you have that new beginning, right? But this is persevering and kind of going through, coming to fruition here, even though that you've been through some sort of battle here, okay? This is that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So it says your own energy right here too. But this is what I feel is that I think at this time you're again, this couldn't be better. We've got a 7 of Wands, we've got the King of Cups, and then we've got the Fool. Remember that new beginning, that new leash on life we just talked about? Here it is, okay? So this is about staying on top of things, and this is being, kind of on top of your competitors, on top of whatever it is that you're doing, in your work, maybe in a relationship, whatever that case, you're staying on top of things, okay? In terms of, kind of keeping things going and balanced. The King of Cups is about balancing. So this is about balancing your emotions. So many of you might find yourself if you don't have, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart, you might find yourself, really focusing on balancing out your emotions, being in relationships and doing what you can, persevering or whatever that case may be, in terms of balancing out the relationship, the situation, okay? And that's what I see. The Kings are all about that. That's having authority over the emotions. So this tells me that you've been doing really, really good at this, okay? And then the next card we get is that Major Arcana. It's like, yes, it's that brand new beginning, okay? And this is really beautiful. So it is about, having faith that you're going to have, be able to balance things out and have this brand brand new beginning. And that's exactly what I see here, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. Let's see what else wants to come out for you in terms of where you're at. Okay, let's take a look. What do we have? Perspective. So this gives, you've got a whole new perspective on life is what this is talking about. You're looking at your world and saying, okay, I'm ready to make some changes and this is the time, and now the universe has got your back, especially in your sign. So I really feel that there is a significant change in perspective for many of you, maybe perhaps in terms of a relationship or situation, or just how you approach your love life moving forward. Okay, now I pulled the other card here too, which is about rewiring things. So it's about kind of rewiring, maybe perhaps and upgrading the old data that you maybe have told yourself in the past where it no longer fits for you. It just doesn't. And so it's kind of like you're changing the data. And what's happening is that's really focused in on you, and you're applying that against your values, against your morals, against your belief, what you know to be right. In psychotherapy, they sometimes call that the super ego. But with that being said, or the inner critic, you know, that type of thing. But what this is talking about is that you're changing the way that you're going to actually be talking to yourself. And I think that it has to do with, you know, tempering the emotions a little bit, and maybe do some rewiring on how you either talk to yourself or how you approach love for some of you. Okay, so note your comments below. I would love to know, but this is really huge. I'm loving this. Okay, anything else that wants to come out in terms of where you're at right now? Let's take a look, Leo. What wants to come through here? Okay, let's take a look. What does Leo need to be aware of? What's the current situation at hand right now for Leo? What wants to come through? Here it is. I'm gonna pull this card that wants to come out. What is it? Aha! Say no. So for some of you, it's about saying no, and actually remember what I just mentioned, like your boundaries between what's right and wrong for you. You know, what you hold to be true in terms of being good or bad. This is about, you know, taking a stand on some of that. No is a complete sentence, so that's what this is talking about. You're gonna have to perhaps say no, maybe to old ways of thinking, right? And that's what this is talking about, old ways of looking at things, okay? So that's what tends to keep, that really wants to come out for you, and to start this brand new journey for yourself. This is gorgeous, guys, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at the other side and let's see what's going on. And again, you might resonate with one side more than the other. I'm just going to be focusing on you on this side and the other person over here, okay? All right, let's see what wants to come out. This other person, what is happening with them? What is their current circumstances, the current situation? What seems to want to come out for this other person? Okay, here it is. What is it? Wow. Okay, so what do we get for this person? So we've got the Ten of Swords, right? This is coming to fruition. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy coming to an end, okay? Similar to you, yours is coming to fruition, but theirs has actually come to an end and their brand new beginning. Then they get the Knight of Pentacles with a brand new start. It's a little bit of a slow start, but it's a start nonetheless, and it's solid. So even though it's slow, it's very, very solid. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy. And then I've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the sevens are all about, you know, spiritually having faith, that all the work that you're putting into something, into your love life, into what it is you value, is going to reap rewards, okay? But it's stopping and taking a look to see, okay, what adjustments do I need to be making? Very similar to the mirroring on this side a little bit too. Now this might have to deal, you know, perhaps you might be dealing with someone with, as it pertains to work. For some of you, and just note that, again, if love is not on the brain there, but any sort of work that this person is putting into a relationship or a situation, they're moving slower, okay, because they've just finished an ending and they're moving on to a brand new beginning, okay? Let's take a look also where this other person is. Any other insights in terms of the current circumstances for this person on this side? Let's take a look, okay? What do we have? Unity. Well, first and foremost, they want to come together. There's no doubt about it. They want to come together for the greater good, especially for both of you. And maybe it's for the greater good of the world, you know, for some of you. But this is about coming together. So it is something that they do see themselves coming together with you, and that's what they want. They want things to come together, okay? Anything else? Revolution. This is beautiful because especially when they come out of this Ten of Swords type energy, this is all about, you know, creating their own revolution in their relationship and situation, how they want to see things and how they want to move forward. And it's their own unique way of doing it. So it's not anyone else is following their plan. It's creating their own revolution with inside. Whatever's going to drive them, move them forward, create the passion in them. It's about creating their own revolution, which is really, really key. Anything else in terms of the current circumstances that wants to come out for this other person on this other side to see where they're at? Let's take a look. Let's see. Being true to one's self. Okay, very true. Remember I just talked about that it's got to be unique to them. Definitely being true to oneself is going to be very, very key. So their truth, moving forward in their truth and stamping their own internal thumbprint on their own way of wanting to live their life. Okay, different beyond anyone else. Okay, but that's what I see here. Let's take a look at what is the cause of frustration in this relationship or situation. What's the cause of the frustration in this relationship or situation? What seems to be coming through? Here we go. Temperance. Okay, so finding a balance. Okay, so maybe finding a balance in this situation. So this is interesting because Temperance talks about finding the purpose in terms of moving forward. Okay, so in this relationship or situation, it's about having maybe a shared purpose together, or you carrying on your own purpose on balancing things out in the situation. But yeah, so note your comments below, guys. I'd love to know. Okay, definitely drop a like and a comment and subscribe if this actually resonates with your vibe. Okay, but that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Anything else? Yeah, it's putting, there's a lot of balancing, guys. We get the Death card, which is a major arcana, coming to an end. And I always embrace the Death card because it kicks us out of an old cycle and jumps us into a new one, which again is just perfect for setting the stage for you for today. And then I get the Justice card. Now things are balancing out, right? It's time to balance things out. Both of these are major arcana cards. So this is about maybe some sort of court case, some sort of a decision that maybe has completed that finally balanced your life out for some of you. Whatever that is. It could be as it pertains to a relationship. It could be just some sort of court case whatsoever. But what it did, it brought balance to you after something had come to an end. And then the next card that we get is the Six of Pentacles. Again, you see the scales. You might be dealing with a Libra, just for some of you, okay? That could be the case, but that's exactly what I see here. So this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. And the interesting thing is, when... it's kind of like you're going to have a fair and equal just decision that does want to come through. So just note that. Some of you might be dealing with an ending as it pertains to a Scorpio. So some of you, that could be the case, there as well. So, just note that. Yeah. Libra is all about, this is about Libra or balance, the Scorpio or Libra, and it's all about balancing. So balancing this out, perhaps that other person has that sign or you've got that sign in there as well. But there's balance that's going to be necessary because this can't move forward unless it's a give and take. One person can't be in a relationship alone. It ain't gonna work. Right? Because you can. Let me back up here. Because many of you, and at certain times, I have even done this, is what you can do is do what you call self-partnering. So some of you are being, are not interested in a relationship or situation, but you're going to self-partner, which means is that you're focusing on you right now, enriching you right now, creating that vision of what it is that you want so you can move forward. So I caught myself there, but I always felt that that's such a great word, in terms of self-partnering. I don't know if maybe someone else has said it before, but I know that I just remember that is something important that I felt, especially during the times when I had to do that. So very, very key. But let's go ahead and take a look. So in terms of, some of the anxiety, it's because there's an unbalanced situation, okay? And that's what's coming into play. There's just something that's unbalanced here. Let's take a look at this other person. What is the cause of frustration for them? Okay, let's take a look what that is. Okay, what is the frustration, the anxiety, and then we're going to learn how to overcome that, what we're going to do to overcome that, and then we'll give you some guideposts. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so for them, we've got the Emperor, major arcana card. Okay, so this is really cool. And this just talks about, you could have an Aries, in their chart, or if someone around them is Aries, you might have that in your chart. But this is about, this is Big Daddy. Okay, this is the one that is, the daddy of the tarot. He is very structured, very solid. Moving forward. And then we also get the Queen of Pentacles. So there could be a couple as it relates to a home life. I'm just saying on this side here, guys, could be someone that you're dealing with is already in a coupled situations over here, okay? But I'm going to pull another card on this person because it says home and harmony here. I get the Queen of Pentacles with this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy, being very careful on how to move forward as it pertains to their home life and balancing their home life. So this other person over here, they could be already partnered already. Guys, for some of you, I got to note that, but they're focused on stability because 2 of those 3 cards are 4 cards. And the 4s are talking about stability, okay? They are really focused on their coin and how to create the stability in their home and in their life right now, okay? And maybe that's what they want to create in terms of they need that stability before they could make that next move, okay? I'm going to pull another card because I want to see what wants to come out for this person. I'm just curious what wants to come out. Let's take a look. Yeah, they have to make some necessary sacrifices, and it's about choosing which way to move next. Okay, they're focusing on the coin. It could be anything that they value, love, relationship, whatever it is, but they're being very careful where they put that. So they're creating, they need that balance. They're really focused on balance, but they do know that sacrifices have to be made to put this into balance, guys, and that's what I see. What is it that they need to surrender, in terms of this relationship or situation? Let's take a look at what that is, okay? Let's take a look. Here we go. What is it? Surrender to setting limits, okay? This is about creating healthy boundaries, all right? So this person is now, has to make the necessary sacrifices to create the boundaries that they need in their life, to create the stability that they want in their home, right? And this is a person that's being very structured and solid to be able to do that. And so they're, I almost feel that, they could have a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo around them, perhaps because it's almost like it could be a pair, even though it's not Emperor, Empress, or, King or Queen. The King or the Empress is minus out of here. This is still looks like some sort of, some sort of couple. But if not, again, for some of you, it's about them being very careful of balancing things out at their home, in their life, in their relation, in their relationship with self, in their work, so they can balance things out in a relationship. So what they're doing is surrendering to setting limits. They do need to set limits. They need to express their needs, and also remember how I talked about, no, saying no, and that's a complete sentence. You're not going to believe this. Sorry for the good, guys. No is a complete sentence. Okay. On their side, you both need to set some boundaries in this relationship or situation. Okay. All right. So it's going to be really important. All right. So do that. All right. And that's what the hand's coming up there for. Okay. So it's important to have that conversation. So that's about what they need to do, is to surrender to setting limits and boundaries. We just talked about that on your side, okay, guys? This is so interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? We're going to go back at you on what's going to help you. For you, it's about surrendering to the inner peace. And this is about finding that calm within you. Whatever that is, whether it's creating some sort of ritual, some sort of meditation, whatever that is on a daily basis, so you can, focus on your inner sanctuary, okay, to find that peace within, whatever that is that brings you balance, okay? So, when that happens, then others can feel your really good vibes, and that's going to be really cool, and that's what I see here. Now we're going to move on into the 4 ways that's going to best help you in terms of moving forward. What are the 4, well, actually 3 things in terms of helping you in your outcome before we exit, okay? And then we'll pull you an oracle card. So let's take a look at what that is. So friction, efficiency, and balance. So noting that any sort of friction that comes your way is just a little speed bump, okay? It's not for you to give up, and it's not for you to throw things out of context and say, oh, damn it, No, this is here to say, okay, taking a deep breath, inhaling, the positive light, and exhaling the negative, kind of the dark light in you. Okay, and that's what it wants you to do. It's part of the growth. Okay, it's a part of your growth here. It's to create better efficiencies, and it's going to allow you to move forward more efficiently, and not be fearful and stand back. This is finding your own GPS system by finding that stillness again within you. Okay, and that's going to help you create your balance. So the cards you got were friction, efficiency, and balance. Okay, that's how to best move forward. Now in your love life, I'm going to pull one more card out of the Love Oracle, and I want to see what wants to come out before we pull the final deck in terms of the Rebel deck, because I want to pull one final card out of that to how to transmute some of these energies. Okay, what's going to help you here? Okay, what is the advice for you here? Here it is. Oh my gosh. We just got balance, right? Here we go again, balance. Something needs to be balanced, and this is about nourishing you to get that balance, Leo, okay? Do whatever it is that you need to do, okay? This is about love is not always agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports you and challenges you, okay? So that's what wants to come through for you. Now, those of you having maybe a challenge with some of the crazy energies out here, this is for you, okay? And maybe how to transmute some of that energy when you get into that card that we talked about in terms of, this friction card, okay? What's going to help you in that, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a card on this and see what wants to come out for you. I love these cards. It's my go-to deck right now. What do we get? Oh, this is nice. We get new birth, right? This is just a trifecta. Just from the beginning, we talked about a new beginning, and then we talked about the Fool's Journey. We got the Fool card coming through. Here's another reminder. Again, a new birth, a brand new birth in life, and this is guarded vigilantly, okay? So your new birth is guarded vigilantly, meaning that you're guarding that transformation in you, and you are stepping back and letting yourself transform and going through that busting out of your cocoon here, okay? No longer being afraid. It's not like the Wizard of Oz where the lion was missing the heart. You're missing that part of it. I think that's what it is. Can't remember, guys. It's kind of what I remember. This is a not being fearful. This is about having courage now. That new lease on life, this new birth, and the universe has got your back in this. So this is a good time, to really bust out of that. So it's a 24 card, and it reduces to a 6, and the 6s are about a pregnant number, right? So that's what this talks about. So this tells me that there's a new cycle, and there's a vulnerability attached to that, okay? And this is a fresh new life emerging, from you. That's like there's new growth. You could see the kind of the plant that's growing below in the card. And this is saying is that, this is about you are currently nurturing, or you soon will, a new life path for yourself, okay? And pay attention to some of the message that you see. Some of you might be seeing lots of butterflies, okay? I know it here on the West Coast, there's a lot of these monarch butterflies, and then the migration taking place. And I've been seeing them all the way through. It's so beautiful. But it's about, pay attention and respect the messages of those cards and that you've seen here, and it's going to reap some spiritual benefits for you, is what this is talking about. And also incorporate emotional well-being for you, okay? So that's what wants to come through here, okay? That's what this is saying, that's what this talks about. Keep your inner sanctuary pure. That's all I got to say, guys, in closing this out, okay? It's going to make you stronger, more powerful to stand within your core and really be able to move on to that next life cycle with vigor, courage, and, with that amazing Leo energy, okay? All right, well, I'm sending you lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Again, please like, subscribe, note your comments below. And until next time, namaste.